say something. I'm gonna try to make it quick. It might not be very quick, but I'm just gonna let it flow. And I feel like Siri and videos is making it to where nobody really wants to type anything now. So I'm just gonna make a video. And something that came to me and was on my heart is that when you are moving in the alignment of God and with God and what He has for you, that's when you begin to see things line up. And I want to say, for example, you may be saying, I want a new car. The Father is saying you can have the new car. But every time you go to the dealership, you leave with a lemon or just a piece of car. But the Father may be pushing constantly, pushing ads and pictures of that brand new car, whether it's a luxury, whether it's a Yukon or a Mercedes, whatever it is. That's because the Father is saying, read my word. I will give you the desires of your heart. Your desire may be for that car, but check it. It may not be exactly what you think. But when you line up with what God has for you, you find yourself moving and resonating in that harmony because things will just begin to flow and flow and flow. I find myself in that space to where as soon as I start saying yes to some of these things that the Father is saying to me, that's when things begin to go. And His word is what I am aligning myself to. So you may be walking with a bunch of junkyard cars, a bunch of lemons and limes and whatever you may call it, a bunch of hoopties behind you. Because the Father is saying, no, my desire for you, because He said He'll give you the desires of your heart, is not what you may expect, what you may be anticipating. You may go to that used car dealership, which I'm not going to knock it, especially right now with the chip shortage. I know a lot of people are going to used cars. But you may walk up there and be the one and only person for that day that gets a brand new car who has a chip. And you may drive away with it. So you may say, I want that. But if you walk up to the dealership and you let those little foxes spoil the vine, what's that little fox? Did you see your credit score last night? Come on now, that said 2,000 down and 2,000, especially if you want one of these, really luxurious cars. But the Father said, watch the miracle show up. You may be looking and saying, I only have $50 in my pocket. How am I going to leave out of here with this car? Well, the Father is saying, just go speak to that person. It may not just be for a car. It may be for a house. It may be for a job. It may be for a loan, a grant, whatever it may be. When you align with what God has for you, that's when things begin to show up. And you may not think, because a lot of times His ways are far beyond finding out. His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. So when you hear He's giving you the desires of your heart, it's going to be that car, but it may not be exactly what you thought. And when you align yourself with God, things will show up. And everything around you will begin to say, yes, they will begin to witness. They will begin to see the sign and the wonder of what you desire to have becoming manifested. And a lot of times we faint. Why? Because we're not walking by faith. We're walking by sight. But what does the word say? What does the word say? We may hear that blessing, but we go sit on our hands. What does the word say? When you can find yourself operating in that word all the time, you can guarantee it will not return unto you void. But make sure that you're paying attention to your desires. Does that desire match with God? Because you may be desiring that Yukon when the Father is saying, no, I got a GLS for you. You may be desiring that GLS. And the Father may be saying, I have that Lamborghini truck, that Bentayga for you. You may be saying, I just want an apartment. The Father may be saying, I have a 6-bedroom house for you. You may be saying, I just want an entry-level position. When the Father is saying, no, go speak to that person right there because they're going to give you more than what you bargained for. God does not consult your experiences to determine the level of blessings that He may bring you. God will not consult anything externally. Why? Because greater is He is in you than he that is in the world. So look at what you are aligning yourself with. Is it the word or is it the world? And what you align yourself with is what you begin to manifest. And I can definitely say I see a lot of things coming to me. And once upon a time, I'm like, yeah, that can't be me. Right now, you're seeing my face. So once upon a time, yeah, this was not going to happen. I've been shy, socially awkward. I'll let you hear my voice. But now, I have the confidence to know, won't he do it?
Speech on. 2 picture. 5 minute. Viewfinder. 5. Stop recording.